Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at this. So we're going to start off in the GMDC, and the package that I attached is going to show this exact thing here. So essentially, we have the earn texture. I just snatched it off one of the regular base game. The whole thing, the TXM, it's cloned from the Apple sculpture, but I made it into an urn with wings.
So are you? Sorry, one question. Are you previewing this? Is that how you're seeing it in SMP?
Yeah, okay. You click on the preview button down here in the lower left.
Thank you.
Of the plugin pane, and that's how you see what your mesh is doing. Okay, so essentially this is going to be a workshop on subsets. So what is a subset? Well, when you make objects that require multiple materials, like a good example is a window. The wooden part, the frame, is going to be one subset, and then the glass is going to be another. Each subset requires a different material to look correctly in the game. That's the same thing that's going to happen here. We need a kind of a shiny thing for the urn, and probably I think it's the alpha enabled, and kind of not as glossy. It's kind of a matte material for the wings. So the first part, we need to add a material to the wing subset to make sure that it's visible. So we go to the SHPE in the resource tree. We can see that we only have one. Okay, but before I do that, I need to grab the crest name. And I've found that it always helps to have, if you're working on anything, you always just keep a notepad handy. We go down here, and we can see that only the chrome part, the urn, has a subset that links to a material in the TXMT. So we click on add. Then we're going to change this to wings. And then here, instead of chrome, I'm going to put wings. And then from here, but we don't need this quite. We don't need the entire that thing. We copy everything after the exclamation point, just like that. Okay, so now we got the GMDC and the SHPE. And then we go to the TXTR. So here, what we want to do, we clone, grab the new one, and after sculpture apple dash, instead of texture, I'm going to change this to wings. And probably not 100% necessary, but I'm going to notate it anyway. So you can see for the material, well, why do we even need to do that? We don't need the sculpture apple bit after apple. One too many. Okay, so for the material, you'll notice that there's an underscore. But for the actual texture, there's a dash. Okay, so from here, build DXT, and then we're going to grab the wings. I left that for you in the text channel.
Okay, we'll move it.
We go. Okay, so this is a cool feature of 75.69. That's the newest, the Chris Hatch version of SimPE. By default, it's going to the sharpen dropdown is going to be none. So it's not going to mess up your texture unless you intentionally select something. So because this is an alpha texture, I'm selecting DXT3 in the dropdown, and we build our DXT, and we commit. Okay, so now we've got 3 of the 4 parts. We need to add a TXMT. So we remember from the last workshop about you can essentially hot swap TXMTs. The issue with this one, it's super shiny. The environment cube coefficient is up to, it's got a blur factor of 1.2, and the environment coefficient is 16, and it's set to the kitchen high gloss one. So we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to clone.
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I had an issue. So that wings underscore TXMT dot 5TM, I downloaded that. It wouldn't recognize it when I tried to build a DXT with it.
Okay. Hold up. Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Hold on. That's odd. Okay, so it should You're using this one, right? The one that it has the underscore TXTR after it.
What do you mean, like in CMP? So the wings underscore TXMT in the chat, in the thread, it's a 5TM file.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
so
PNG.
No, you want the texture file. See,
where's that one?
I thought I have put it in the chat. Let me double check. So you've got this one here, little wings on it.
Oh, is that? So I see the tutorial. I see it MMAT SimPE.
Okay.
It is there. It's as a picture. You just click the picture and then down.
Okay, sorry. The other ones were links. That's why I was like, what? Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. Sorry for the confusion. Oh,
no worries.
Got that.
Oh, we got a lot of people.
Okay.
I hope I don't get stage fright. Okay, so
I'm gonna try that.
Are you good, Rachel?
I'm opening it now. So you said DXT3 format and smooth and none, or
yes, because this one's it's an alpha.
Okay, so I have that now. The wings TXTR. I'm good with that.
Okay, so you rename the file name and you replace the texture. And you built it as DXT3.
Yeah, so I've subset tutorial apple sculpture wings underscore TXTR.
Okay. Good. So we're good.
Okay.
So the next part. Okay, so we go up here. We're going to clone the Chrome texture, and then we look on our notepad, and what we need here is, instead of underscore Chrome, it needs to be underscore wings.
You're in TMXT, right?
Yes.
Okay, clone.
And then because
wings. Okay.
Yeah. And then we go down here, and we need to change the texture name in the txmt. So we go here, and just replace everything after the exclamation point, like that. Okay, but because we're going to hot swap this txmt, we copy the texture name to the notepad, copy the file name, and then in the resource list up at the top, we're going to go replace, and then it says wings txmt, just like that. So we paste over the file name, go back to the notepad, copy the wings, or copy the texture name, paste over, and we go to the file list tab and paste it over again. Submit. Okay, and we can go ahead and save. And then we should be good. Everyone following along? Do we need to repeat that part?
I probably messed up at some point. I just need to make sure everything's connected. So you said in the txmt, we cloned, and then we replaced it with that other file, that 5tm file. Okay.
Okay, so we clone. Mm-hmm. Then you would rename the file name and the texture name, and then we copy the texture name down to our notepad, and then we just Control-C the file name, and then we would replace with the wings txmt.
Uh-huh.
And then paste over the file name, and copy the texture name from the notepad, paste over here, go to file list, and paste over here. So if you remember the example from last week when Alex was doing the billboards, that's essentially what he was doing with the backlit txmt. He was hot swapping it out for something that was already backlit.
Okay.
Instead of having that matte material, it was creating a backlit material. And then if you go to wings and look at the categorized properties, okay, so this one doesn't have the environment cube enabled, so you don't have it's a matte texture. It doesn't have that really shiny effect. And if you look over in properties, I guess, okay, yes, it is enabled. It's blend mode. It's not for like translucent textures, but it's the basic, the standard material alpha test enable, which is essentially like on or off. So 0 is off, 1 is on. Okay, so are we all good?
I think so. I'm just making sure my texture matches up to my txmt.
Okay.
So
once we've done all that, the next step is a fixed integrity operation. So we go to Tools, Object Tools, Fixed Integrity. And then without changing anything in the model name, we just hit OK. And those new resources that we added is going to assign TGI values to those.
Okay.
File, save. Then we go back to the GMDC, hit that preview button, and it's not working.
Mine is all white.
Okay, yeah, I mean, even the...
when I was replacing with your file that you sent, it was updating the material definition correctly, like making it no longer shiny, but it was changing my name of the actual file from Apple to Earn, and now things aren't working. I don't know if that was happening to you. So I've never done it that way before, like replacing with a different TMX file. I just replace things manually on my own. So I was confused with all that, but I
Okay.
don't know.
Oh, let's see what's happening. Why is that not linking?
I had a question about the fix integrity. Is that just the same thing as hitting fix TGI after you go into a section? Like, is just like all
Yes.
encompassing?
Yes and no. It's essentially like a fixed TGI, but for all of the resources in the package.
Okay. So you would
So
recommend
this one-
that way? Okay.
Yeah. Because you're adding two different resources here. You're adding a TXMT and a TXTR. Okay, so for some reason the shape isn't seeing these. This is why I'm always harping on check the scene graph. The scene graph tells you what's happening. Okay, so we need to check to see that the scene graph recognizes. Oh, I think I know why. Because I didn't commit and save. So if we go wings. And we go back to the notepad. And we do one of these. Let's do one more fixed integrity operation. There it is.
Okay, so that is goals.
Yeah. That's part one. This is, the other part of this is going to be showing you how to make both of these subsets recolorable, which is a challenge. I chose the apple specifically because I know that it doesn't have an MMAT. Okay, how are we doing? Is everybody else at this point, or?
I'll get there. My wings are not red, so I think I just need to hook up the names right. Okay. I probably haven't named everything right. So I have in my shape, I have the subset tutorial apple, and then in the editor I cloned it and I changed wings to chrome, or chrome to wings, whichever one I did there. And then in my
what is your scene graph telling you?
Let me go look at the scene graph. It's probably all sorts of mad at me. Thank you.
Hold on. Okay, well, before we move to part two, go ahead and share your screen, Rachel, so I can see what's going on.
Yes, I can do that. Screen. Okay. This is my scenographer currently. I'm sure I messed up naming something. So that's good, but then...
okay, there it is.
So, reflection...
Okay, so... I don't know what that is. That's the environment cube. That's... Okay, you see what's happening?
So probably my texture, my TXTR is not named. It's not.
The TXMT can't see the TXTR.
Okay.
So you've got the one orphan TXTR down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and close that up, and then check your TXMT. And
so I need to get it to look at.
Right, the texture name. Go ahead and just copy the texture name minus the underscore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then.
Go back there and paste after the exclamation point.
That.
Paste that name.
Okay.
So now copy. Just.
I need to do that
go
here
back
too.
in the file list. Yes.
And I just use the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
But that. Okay. No, you're good. Okay. Do a fix integrity operation. Save.
All right. Oh, yes. It's important. Okay. Let's see if that made it happier. Yeah, well, there's no orphans anymore. That's a good thing, but
it's okay. So your TXMT is not linking to that texture. So something like, okay, I think I know what happened. Go back to your SHPE. Okay.
The subset name. I don't see wings.
Yeah. That's it. That's it, Looney. Change the subset name to wings.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Commit and save. Oh, huge turnout today. What's up, Marcus? Did Alex join us?
He just talked to me. I don't know if he's in here yet, though.
Oh, okay.
He might be. I mean, he's awake. I don't know if he's joining.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead and do a quick fix integrity.
Oh, sorry. I'll do that then. So now I should. So okay. So I have. Oh wait. This didn't.
Oh, that's.
Is that fine? What the Chrome is the Chrome one? Okay. So this is wings. Subset name wings.
Okay, so it should appear correctly. Go back to your GMDC. There it is.
Aha! Cool.
Yeah, it's just
sweet.
There are so many small details, and like it's, this is the reason why we do it. I mean, there are so many budding creators who are just baffled by the scene graph and how everything connects, and it's difficult.
It is. It's like a jungle. It's like going through the weeds.
But check. The best advice I could give anyone: check your scene graph. Okay, well, why is it doing that though?
It looks right in preview, but something is not hooking up. So my TXTR wings isn't hooking up, and then you said that's some kind of cube. Otherwise, that's fine. This is not fine.
So the texture name is wrong.
The texture name?
Go back to the TXMT.
And
then hit, okay, so then go on the file list tab.
Oh, it didn't say, okay. I thought it saved that.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Okay.
You actually have to select that line and then go to the right and paste over it. Yep, and then paste over it there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to take that.
Okay, good call,
Thank
Ludi.
you.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see those tiny little letters.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to commit that, save, and then let's try the scene grapher. And huzzah for that.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Slow clap. Okay.
Okay. So, are we good with part one? Are we good with? Okay, we all understand the process for adding a subset.
I think so. So we add a shape, clone the shape, replace replace the TXMT. GDMC. No.
And if you don't have a mic, throw your questions up if you go or above the voice workshop, the laboratory, we set up a thread called Subset Laboratory 2. Feel free to post your questions there as well. Okay. Well, if
there's a chat in here. There's a chat in Voice Workshop that people have been talking into.
Oh, okay. There's a text chat in Voice Workshop, or?
Yeah, so if you click on Voice Workshop, there's like a little chat icon in the top right of the screen.
Oh, okay. There we go. I had not noticed that.
Neither did I.
And I'm sorry, Grin, that you can't see my screen when I share it. I don't know why it's not friendly.
Okay, I am. Hang on, I hadn't noticed these before. Okay. Digi, if there is any part of the process you had questions on, fire away. That's what we're here for. And okay, so if we're clear on the part about adding a base subset, I'm going to move on. This is part about making your object recolorable. Let me go ahead and share again. Okay, so this time we want to go add, and we want the MMAT resource. So we select on the MMAT, and this is a bit confusing because there are a lot of components. So the first parameter we're looking at is family. This is kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of a GUID for recolors. It makes each separate MMAT recognizable. So we select the family parameter, and then we go to Object Tools, Hash Generator. And then we've got the 3 radio dials here. So we go to GID. Where did it go? This is really touchy.
Sorry.
So we copy the GID. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So you were in GMDC, correct? And you said to go add that downloaded MMAT.
Yes, the MMAT resource
that you put in the lab. So I open that and it doesn't do anything.
Okay, so what you would do, if you do a little bit slower, go to the resource list and just right click on any resource, and that's going to give you the drop down. And then you do add.
Okay.
And then from there you would select the MMAT.
Okay. So it didn't automatically show up. I had to change it to all files to get it to view. That's normal, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I have to select all these. Okay.
Yeah, it might be just the way that your SIMTE is set up.
Okay.
So next we copy that. Okay, we do tools, Object Tools, Hash Generator. We go back to the GID. So we copy this huge thing of numbers here. Go back to the family parameter in the MMAT. We just paste over that. So we got up to that point?
One sec. I must be doing something wrong. Because I was in GMDC, I clicked on the resource list, added the downloaded MMAT file from that lab sub thread, but there is no MMAT.
Well, hold on. Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
Because I want to see what's happening.
Is it giving you user defined? Because that's happening to me too. I don't know how to
It's
add
not
a
giving
brand
me
new resource. To
So right here.
But it should add as an MMAT. Crap.
Yeah, so I go to add, and then I have to look at all files. This is that one that I downloaded, and I have to open. It doesn't really do anything.
Go ahead and... Oh, you are live. I can't...
Is it
your screen for some reason? Okay, there it is.
Okay.
So, okay, I see what's happening. So go to that user-defined resource way up at the top.
On the left in the resource tree?
This thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, dang, because I added it 4 times.
No worries. Select the top one.
Okay.
Okay, now go to the resource tab on the bottom left. In that drop down, go to material definition.
Oh. Okay, so that was the thing I was missing. But it says invalid crest.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Go back to plugin view. Why is it doing that? Okay. Right click on that resource. And then not add, replace.
The MMIT?
Yes.
Sure.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know. My SMP is not here to play today, I guess.
The group type looks like it's TXMT and it should be a MMAT.
Oh, okay, yeah. So go back to resource. I just cannot see those tiny.
No, the drop down.
Okay, that was my mistake. So instead of material definition, that was absolutely my mistake. It should be material override.
Oh, okay.
That says.
Now go back to your plugin and try replacing it again. Okay, now go to the MMAT in your resource tree.
Ah, now I have it. Okay.
It doesn't look at all like mine. What is going on?
I'm sorry for throwing your thing off.
Can you make your SimPE bigger? Looney, are you also having this issue?
Yeah, it's very blurry.
I don't know. Is there a way to zoom in?
Yeah, it is blurry.
That's so weird because I placed it with.
There is a body mail.
Yeah, it looks like it's just the wrong MMAT. Maybe you accidentally put the wrong one in there, Jason.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Just quickly, I'm on phone and I can zoom in quite clearly on details if people need to do that. But
okay, so.
Hey, Alex.
Hello.
What happens if I give you the XML file? That's what I'm wondering.
So where
Should
are you
it be?
giving it?
Should it be? Going to share it.
This one?
But that's not even right. Why is it? Okay, you can download it. So go ahead and download the XML file
Okay.
and then try to replace it with that. I think that's the issue.
What is it supposed to do?
Let me.
It says midnight biofeedback.
Okay,
Monitor.
that's the one.
Okay.
Hang on. It's not appearing as it. Can you click the MMAT in your resource tree now?
Yeah, it's there. There's an MMAT in my resource tree.
It's not. It's not replacing it as an MMAT. I'm kind of at my wit's end.
Sorry. Do you want me to delete this out and?
Is Rachel's Simpy in advanced mode? Pretty sure it might be, but I don't know if that would change anything. You know, we have some things we just have it in advanced.
It might recognize the actual SimPE file. I forget what I think it's a. I don't remember what it is for MMAT, but it might recognize the resource as a SimPE file instead of trying to do it as an XML. Yeah, I don't know why. It would do that. I mean, it should. If you replace the MMAT, it should grab the same format as an MMAT.
Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to do exactly.
Do you have both of the files now? The XML as well as the.
Yes, I have the MMAT.
Okay, now that you have both of them on your desktop, try to right click and add and select it, but not the XML, the other format, whatever it is.
So on this resource.
Yes.
Add.
Yep.
And the XML.
Oh, I guess it's the only one. So try that one.
But no. In the dropdown, select all files.
What do you mean? Oh, so I want to add. What though? Like MMAT or the
MMAT.
Okay.
Oh, it added it as again as user defined. Go ahead and delete all of those because I don't remember which one is which.
Okay.
And then try to add the same thing but new.
So in GMDC.
I just add.
Okay. No, it adds it as user defined.
Yeah, now go to your resource tab. And material override.
Oh, come back. Okay.
That might have done it. Go back to your plugin view. And then select on the MMAT.
Oh, it added something. It popped in another one. That didn't
Check
happen
the bottom
before.
one. Okay, try replacing that one.
This one?
Yeah, with the MMAT, not the XML.
This one.
Is that it? Is that how it should look? I think that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just it's a creator default material. It goes down.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, then go ahead and delete the MMAT above it, just so we're not.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
then select it and generate hash for your family parameter.
All right. With GUID, GUID.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're good up to that point.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know what that was about. I'm sorry.
No, it happens, and it can be really frustrating making sure that you're getting the right resource.
Mm-hmm.
But no, thank you for doing that, because building objects and making sure that all of the scene graph resources are correct, a difficult process.
Yeah,
So-
I mean that was like 10 minutes. Like what the heck? Okay.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's cool. That's why we're doing this, because sometimes I try to write fairly detailed tutorials,
Mhm.
but for some reason, sometimes they need a little bit more explanation. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to look at is model name. So here, what it's asking for is the name of the crest. So we've got a bunch of text between the exclamation point and the underscore before crest. So we copy, go back to our trusty notepad, we copy, in this case, subset dash tutorial dash apple, and we just paste right over that. That's going to tell us which crest this is pointing to. Okay, and this is the TXMT that it's pointing to. So in this case, we need all of that plus wings. And here we go right before, or right after the exclamation point, just copy all of that and paste over, then commit. Okay, so we've got 3 down, 2 to go. So here, this is going to give you the object GID. Where do we get that? We go to object data, select the OBJD. There are 2 ways to do this. You can just copy this number and then paste over on the MMAT, or you can select this checkbox here that says update all MMATs. Update, jump back up to the MMAT, and it's done for you. Okay, that leaves us one last parameter, subset name. In this case, I forget, did I leave it as earn? No. So subset name, we're going to copy the name of Chrome subset, go back to body, paste over. Okay, that is the MMAT, but we're not done yet. Now we need to go to the GMND and let it know which subsets are recolorable. But the issue here is I intentionally chose one that that's not designable, so that I can show you the entire process. So here, normally in the dropdown, you would have a TS design mode enabled, but we don't have that. So we need to add that block. This is the difficult part. If you mess up the GMDC, you can completely break the GMND, you can completely break the object. So we're going to do this step by step. So in the block dropdown, we do not have a block for TS design mode enabled. So we go to the edit blocks tab. In the dropdown, we want to select C data list extension. This is the one it's entirely in parentheses, and we just add that. Okay, so now we've added that block and we can add information into it. But before we do anything with it, we need to enable it. So let's jump back here so we can understand what's going on. So we see here there are 7 blocks, including the one that we added. So we jump back to the content tab. The object graph node tab, or sub tab, I should say, there are 6 blocks. So that's not going to work. We need to add a new block. So we click add. And then here we need to make this 7. We don't do anything with dependent, and we change the enabled value to 1. Okay, commit. And let's save that. Then, in the content tab, we go down to the new block that we just added in the dropdown. In the name box, go TS, capital D, design, capital M, mode, capital E, enabled. We want to make sure that array is selected in the dropdown. And I'm going to add that twice because we have 2 subsets that we need to make recolorable. So the first one, that did not work. Hang on. I'm just going to copy this. Hold on. So I go back to the new block that we added, the design mode enabled. That's the name of the urn. And then we add wings.
You're adding the shape subset names to these arrays, basically. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, it's either you can copy it either from the shape or the GMDC. They should be named the same thing in both. Okay, so essentially what this is doing is it's letting the crest know which subsets can be overridden. So are we good up to that point?
I had to stop following along. Sorry, it was a little too fast, and I'm a little out of my depth here. So I put it in full screen, and I'm just looking at it, just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Where are you at? What was the last thing you did?
The last thing we fixed. I got the GUID, and then I didn't really know what to do with it because we went on. But
are you okay? So we're completely done with the MMAT.
If you know, I mean, I have it up. I have the MMAT available. I did the hash generator. I got the GUID. I have the GUID copied, and that's where we left off because it kind of took off.
Okay. So the last parameter in your MMAT is going to be the subset name. So in this case, we're going to create an MMAT for base bit, the earn bit. So you would change the subset name to the name of the earn subset, the sculpture Big Apple _ Chrome.
Okay, what is that called? Sculpture Apple _ Chrome, you said?
Yeah, just copy it from the GMDC or the SHPE.
Oh, okay. What was I supposed to do with that GUID? Is that the family D string? That's where I paste that?
No, the GUID goes here, where it's the 4th parameter that we messed with, the one that says object GUID. It's actually a lot easier. Just go to your OBJD. Click update all MMATs. Check the little box there.
Okay. I did that.
The update button, And that will add it automatically.
To the GMDC.
Yes.
Oh,
No,
shoot.
to the MMAT.
Sorry.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like it changed. Like, I don't know. So remember that hashtag generated the GUID? It was like a very long list. It was like numbers and letters dash numbers and letters dash numbers and letters. On this one, it's like 0 times. That's the GUID, right? Though, but that's the format for GUID.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, GUID is 8 characters.
Okay.
It's a 0x and then 8 characters.
Okay, so as long as it's in that format, it should be good after I did that. Okay. And you said go up into the. What am I copying into the sub? What is that? They have like split screen, so it's very small for me.
Okay, the subset name.
Yeah, what was I copying into that?
The name of the urn. So you can. The easiest way is just to go to the SHPE or the GMDC, copy that text, and then paste that into the subset name.
Okay.
It should be sculpture Big Apple _ Chrome.
All right, I have that. That's copied now. So I have the object GUID updated, the subset name updated.
Okay, so we did family.
Mm-hmm.
We did model name. We did name. We did object GUID, and we did subset name. Correct?
So that family string, that was the bunch of letters from the hashtag generator I was supposed to replace.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'll go do that. That was
okay.
The step after that I was missing.
So did you adjust those 5 parameters?
I need to adjust the family string. 1 second. I'm going back to the hash generator and getting that. That was the little hiccup I had. All right. There. All right. So those 5 parameters, yes, are now updated.
Okay. Commit and save. You are done with the MMAT.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now, moving on to the GMND. Did you copy that subset name?
No, I didn't do anything. That was
just copy the subset name so that you have it handy on your notepad.
Are you talking about the subset tutorial Apple TS Locator GMD?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that is copied.
Okay. MND. If you're just looking at it, there's no blocks for design mode. And you go to the edit blocks tab.
Let me see where you are here. Content, edit blocks. Oh, edit blocks. Okay, and then this is where you said we need to add the 7th, right?
No, you're looking for this one, the one that says data list extension.
The data list extension. Okay, and then add that.
Add that.
Okay. So I have a 0 times 7 C data list extension.
There? Okay. So back to the content tab. And you want this sub tab, the one that says C object graph node.
Sorry, C graph node. Okay, yes, I'm in there. And then you said I need to go add it to the data extension reference.
Now, over here on the right, you add, and you select this line, change the index value to 7, and then
and that other one to 1. Okay. And you're cutting out. Sorry, Jason.
Is it my mic or is it on your end?
I don't know. Was he cutting out for anybody else?
Yeah, he's cutting out for me too.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. It's showing me as connect. And
Yeah, you've been good up until like a minute ago. It started cutting out.
no, it's on my headset mics.
Okay.
It should be good. Change it to push to talk. Do I want to do that or no?
You could try it, but you would have to, I don't know what button you have configured to your push to talk.
If you go voice activity, I'll just leave it the way that it is.
Okay. So,
we're good up to that point. So now you would need to go to the block that you added to the drop down, the 07. So just select that from the content drop down.
Okay, got it.
And then here in the name box, it's TS, capital D design, capital M mode, capital E enabled.
Okay.
That over on the lower right, make sure that array is selected in the drop down.
Correct.
Yep. That twice. Okay. Select your first array. Change the name to sculpture Big Apple _ Chrome. And the second one, change to wings.
Sculpture. Was that the one I copied?
Yes.
Okay. But without the TS locator. So I'm doing. Oh, I didn't copy actually that one. Sculpture Big Apple Chrome and wings. Okay. Good to go. Did I fall off? Hello?
No, I hear you.
Oh, okay. It just got really quiet. I wasn't sure if I froze out.
No, I'm doing like 12 things right now.
Okay. So I have the sculpture Big Apple _ Chrome and the wings in my arrays. I think that's what we got up to.
Yes.
Okay. So from there, just do another fix integrity operation.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen graphic. Yes.
Oh, you've got.
Oh, you're cutting out again.
This new.
We're not getting really any words. We're getting sounds.
Why doing that? Okay, is that better?
I heard okay, is that better? But there was a cut in it.
Yes, well, cut in the middle.
That is so annoying.
Well, that was
because everything seems fine on my end.
Mm-hmm.
It could be just the crappy internet.
Could be.
Because it's not a tech issue.
It might be because you're on voice activation right now. It might just be, are you speaking softly for the microphone to cut in and out, maybe?
Well, I'm trying to put it as close to my face as possible. Does that make a difference?
I'm not sure.
And
So I'm looking at my scenographer and it looks okay. But here, I'll share my screen.
just super frustrating because, okay, so if everything has been hooked correctly after the fixed integrity operation, you should have this MMAT up above your crest. So the MMAT, it says, hey, what it's doing is telling the crest, hey, material is recolorable. This material, you should be able to replace it. And then, well, everything dependent on the material, so obviously the texture. I mean, in this case, we're good. Now, a cool feature of the MMAT I only found out about a couple of years ago, embarrassingly. If you click on this preview button,
And
it will show you why it's doing that. Though. Okay, I did. Because it shouldn't be naming the wings materials. Okay, so scratch every be absolutely wrong. So go back to the copy.
where are you? In MMAT. Okay. This place string. We want it to say Chrome.
Because I named. Oh, okay, yeah. Why did I do that? I must not have been paying attention. Oh.
Yeah, it's good. It's good now. Okay.
Okay, yeah. If you just change it, there it is. So we're going to do one thing, and relatively easy. We just own this. And then what I want to do is, so clone, we change the subset name to wing. Hash generator, we're going to generate a new hash.
New hash.
Based over the family value. Now here, we do want the subset, the TXMT that it points to, we do want this to be wings. In name, we can change Chrome to wings. System, everything else should remain the same. The crest, it's still pointing to the same crest, and it's still pointing to the same GID.
Okay.
So we just change to wings, everything after the underscore goes to wings, and subset name to wings, and we generated hash for the family. Once again, fixed integrity. Then we see what it looks like in the scene graph. Now we've got two MMATs. So this one points to the vase and the high gloss environment cube. And this one points to the wings. So in theory, we're all done. We just need to test this in the game. I had it open. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fire it up and see if it works.
Okay.
Can everyone still hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, it hated that. Why did it hate that?
What's that?
Oh, it's giving me errors. Oh, the scenographer was giving me errors, but it looks like it all connects. I'm not getting any orphans, and I have 2 MMATs.
And they're pointing to both of the TXMT. Like each one points to a separate TXMT.
Correct. So the first one points to TMXT and the Apple subset, and the other one connects to a different TMXT and the subset. I'm sharing my screen if you need to look, but I also know you're loading the game. But,
Okay. I took as much. I switched to my modern game, and I took as much junk out of it as I could, so it would load faster. But it still takes a while.
That's pretty fast, considering.
Yeah.
All right, so I have them. So now that they're made recolorable, we could just go in and recolor it like we would normally do any kind of object, like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You could, and Looney will probably disagree with me on this, but you can add recolors directly to the package just by repeating the process. Clone the TXTR, rename it, replace the texture, clone the TXMT, change the names, and then clone the MMAT, generate a new hash, and change the material name.
Yeah, I'd be annoyed.
That's not how I learned to recolor, but
No, you can. It's just a little. I don't think it's fast.
no. It's more technical.
Plus, they're permanent colors in the package.
I see.
Right, like if you have one, if they're all separate, like loose color extension packages, and you have one that you don't like, you can just go into design mode and delete it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But otherwise, I mean, if they're all hard coded into the package, then you have no way to delete that one color.
Well, you can, but
you have to open SimPE.
More work. Yeah.
Right. You would have to delete the resources in SimPE.
And you all know I'm annoyed with bundled recolors.
Okay.
It was. I don't think I changed anything, so it should be just a sculpture.
Did you put it in your game too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget. What was the price on that?
Is that the Apple? $400.
Why am I not seeing it? Yeah, something is up because it should have a unique bid. Okay, something is up.
Rachel, do you still have it open in SimPE?
Yeah, I do.
What's the price say in there?
Where's that found? Sorry.
In the OBJD.
OBJD.
Okay, I'm working it.
Let's see.
Yep, broad data.
Okay.
Where?
Sculpture.
Change it to decimal.
Sculpture, $15.
Yep, $15.
Is that in the
Okay,
raw data price?
Yeah, line number
Yeah.
12 where it says price, that's the price of the object.
So this is 0 times 000F.
That was the hex.
Switch it to decimal.
Oh.
Yeah.
15.
Yep,
Okay, what the hell?
the very first thing. Isn't it?
Is it? I thought the sculptures were expensive, but
He changed it.
No,
Oh.
I changed. I intentionally
Oh,
made it
gotcha.
cheap.
So
Why am I
it's
not seeing it?
the game's not reading it.
Based on how everything else is going, it doesn't surprise me.
I mean, yeah, it's been a bumpy road, but I learned something, so it's worthwhile.
It's annoying because it's not there.
How many $15 items you got?
Not very many. I mean, I really trimmed it down so it would load faster. So
Change it to 0.
price?
Yeah, change the price to 0 and then it'll be right at the beginning.
For yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering if it's just GID?
If you don't have
I create so many
Yep.
that I do mine a little bit differently. See, I have my own. So it should have. If there's a Maxis default thing, the new GID should overwrite it. But so check this out, Rachel. So I'm adding a new GID. So what I would do here, make sure to update those two MMATs.
Where are we again on that? That is
in the OBJ.
Thank you.
So
All right, update MMATs, update. But we need to get a new GUID for it, too.
it's frustrating because
Well,
there isn't a logical reason why it shouldn't show up. I'm going to try one more time.
I mean, it shows up in previews, so we know we did something.
Yeah, I mean, it should. I just want to, I mean, a part of the tutorial process is demonstrating how it works in game, but
True.
if it doesn't want to cooperate, it gets extremely frustrating.
I'm gonna quit Simpy and put it in my game. Let's see what's up. Copy.
It actually loads fairly fast. And I also switched to this game just because I'm burnt out on the barbarian outfits. I've been doing so many of those lately. I'm just going to try converting a bunch of regular outfits to body shapes. Just do that for a while and maybe I'll get my inspiration back. Okay, so that's really frustrating. Oh, damn it.
What happened?
Yeah, the story stuff, this is usually my test folder. I have, like, one of my other games.
Uh-huh.
It reads the one that's named Sims 2, right? So
Yeah.
I changed this because I was switching from my Barbarians game to my modern game. I didn't update the link here, so that's just me being dumb. That's not an issue with the object
So it just wasn't reading it because it wasn't.
because it
Right,
wasn't in
folder.
the downloads folder.
Yeah. I hate that when I like working on stuff and I want to go test it and it's just not. It's not in my game. I'm like, wow, I loaded up for nothing. Here, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna.
Okay, this time it should work. Okay, but
Here.
yeah, I mean,
I have my game open too. I'm gonna see if it shows up.
I hate when I do that. I
know,
load the game and I'm like, what did I do wrong? Oh, it's not
Yes,
in
and
my
that-
game.
It's not in my game.
and that like I run 2 or 3 different games, right? Because I test different types of content, and so I swap them out. But see, the quick access link on Windows 10, it goes to the story stuff folder in my Barbarians game. So, like, this is my modern game, and I'm pasting it and then launching the game, and I'm like,
There it is.
what the hell? It's not here yet.
It's in my game.
Okay,
What showed
so
up?
it should work.
Yep. It's right there. Let me see if I can.
Let's see what happens.
There it goes. Ta-da. I like those wings. Those are some good wings.
Yeah, actually, it was Punk Story saying he made this an accessory set, right? It's basically like a multi-mesh. Like it's the same texture, like tiled, like with 4 tiles, but each set of wing, like he's got like an open set of wings, and then set that's flapping, and then a set that's like down at the sides, but each tile represents a different set of wings on the mesh. And I grabbed that because I needed something like, just a doodle to add to the vase to make it work. But there it is.
Huzzah!
Okay, so hold on, let me. Hey, everyone got a good view of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we hit design mode, and you can see that there are 2 subsets,
Oh,
and
that's
both are recolorable.
Yeah. Yes.
hopefully I can fix my object with that.
You're doing the guitar and the amps, right, Julie?
Yeah.
If you run into issues, just give me a yell. I'm usually not too
I
far from my
will.
keyboard.
Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Very cool.
Yay!
Okay, well, that's really all I needed the game to test.
Sweet. Well, thank you for your patience with technology and me not
That's
knowing
fine.
exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, I mean, I've worked on and off as a teacher for many years, so that's not a huge thing. The thing that frustrates me is just The I don't know if it's just the bad internet connection. We have horrible internet here, or Discord not wanting to work the way they should, but we got through it.
Yeah.
Okay, so to summarize, if you're adding a new subset and it doesn't need to be recolorable, you would first add a mesh to the GMDC, add the name of the mesh to the SHPE and point to the material that it connects to. And then you can clone or hot swap or manually add your TXMT and your TXTR, fix the integrity, and it should appear. And if you want to make that subset recolorable, then you would need to add an MMAT, and that's usually, if you're starting with an object that has one subset that's already recolorable, then you can just clone the MMAT and change the subset name and generate a new hash and all that. Or you can add the MMAT manually as we did here. This is the hard way. And then from there, you just link everything up, fix the integrity, and you're good to go. And I mean, again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Check the scene graph. The scene graph will tell you what's happening with all of the scene graph resources.
Basically, if it's orphaned or red, it's not working. Something's not.
But if it's right, if it's orphaned, it's essentially correct. If it's red, it's not. Like if you've got a red TXTR, that means that the TXMT cannot find it. And if you see a red TXMT, that means that the SHPE can't find it. And yeah, I think that went pretty well. I realize that a lot of folks don't have mics, but if you have questions, if anything isn't clear, you can hit me up here on the Discord or send me PMs or post your questions in the laboratory.